Hello guys, I am just a random fangirl and welcome back to my channel. This time we'll be reacting to Breaking Bad Season 1 episode number 5. And the last episode was amazing as always. I really enjoyed it. Walt is going through a lot of things between the money problems that are going to arise because of the chemo treatment and because of the doctors, and dealing with all of the stress of just having to deal with this situation and his family, and just him coming to terms with the illness and the fact that he's going to probably die sooner rather than later. And then the whole thing about murdering someone, and everything, and just basically concluding in him well, basically setting a car on fire. Like not really, I'm not really sure what he did because I don't really know a lot about cars, but whatever he did with the car and the engine, basically just just made the car burst on flames, which, okay, yeah, it was an asshole's car and he kind of deserved it, but someone pointed out in the comments that actually this is the first thing that Walt has done that could be considered, well, bad, because he has done it because he wanted to do it, not because he had to do it. Like the whole thing with, the murder. He didn't have a choice there, and the other things were out of his control because of the moment and because of a lot of just circumstantial things. But this is the one thing that he did consciously, and just because he chose to do it. And it was not a really, nice thing. It was not really great. Okay, no, it was great, but it wasn't good. So yeah, that is really interesting. I really want to see where we go from here. I think that Walt's family, it's just basically screaming at him to try to fight this thing, even though it's really probable that he's going to die. And it's just a lot to take in, a lot to come to terms with. I understand why he didn't want anyone to know, because if no one knows, then you can pretend to some degree that it's not happening. But now everyone knows, and everything is about that, about the illness, and I just feel sorry for him. And Jessie is going through some things as well. We got to know a little bit about his family and his brother that is not, he's not doing so well. And, just really interesting stuff there. And just Jessie being paranoid. And, I really understand where he's coming from. I am not going to blame him. But yeah, so the question remains if they are actually going to start again with, the drugs and trying to get clients and money, because Jessie actually got some clients and things are going really well money-wise. But I guess that we'll still have to see what Walt feels. I think that ultimately he's going to decide to go for it because he needs the money, and, he's kind of already, kind of there, not really, but he's already started in that path. And I think that he's going to decide to go for it. I'm not really sure what the catalyst is going to be, but yeah. And yeah, so I am just really excited to be diving into this episode. And yeah, so If you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to be a highlighted reaction, but if you want to catch the full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, I am going to leave you my Patreon account in the description box down below, and feel free to check it out. We are a bunch of episodes ahead in there as well, and if you want to know my thoughts on the reaction, on the character, on each passing episode, my theories, and all of that great stuff, I am going to leave you my reaction notes in the description box down below as well, and you can check it from there. You can check my notes for the current shows that I have and the finished shows, and yeah. I still don't have anything for Breaking Bad because I don't think that there's anything just yet that I can take notes on, like theories or stuff like that. I don't think that there's just a lot of information right now, but probably I'm going to start taking notes in this season, maybe at the end, something like that, just because there are some things about character development and about understanding the characters, where they come from, where they're going, that I want to take notes. But yeah, I think that that's it. So without further ado, let's just jump into this reaction, shall we? Yay.
What you'll be doing is more like advertising.
Great. I mean, no shame for that job, but damn.
Hey, Jessie! Hey, man!
Oh my god,
Yo, man!
is it a friend?
Where you been keeping yourself? Nice duds.
You too.
Yeah.
Yo, why would you want to do this lame-ass job anyway?
Well,
No offense.
Because I'm on probation, yo.
oh,
Prove to the man I'm rehabilitated.
okay.
Upstanding citizen. All that shit.
Yay.
It's really good exercise, too.
I can buy that, yeah.
You can't just stand there. You have to spin the arrow. There's all these moves you have
move.
to learn, like the helicopter.
Wow.
See?
We need this. We've been through a lot lately, okay?
You deserve to have some fun.
Jesus. Guess
seem
we
nice.
Didn't get the beige memo.
We're okay.
Ooh, that dress is
I look like
amazing.
I'm wearing a prom dress from 1985.
You
Now,
look fine.
yeah, you're
The
slaying,
only
babe.
thing I could find that fit me.
You are slaying.
God, would you look at that? The
You got it,
invitation
full
said
glam.
Gifts.
Come on.
I'll take that for you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, usually when it says no gifts, there has to be gifts. But this is like a really nice place. Is it a house, or did they reserve the place?
You made it. Happy birthday. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you, Skylar.
Hi. Oh, that's right.
Great to see you. You look beautiful as always.
She does.
These days a little more big than beautiful. Really nice to be here. When are you due? We have about 10 more weeks. And
Wait. Okay, I may be overthinking this, but she looks familiar. I don't know, I could be overthinking this. But wasn't she the same woman that was like in episode, I don't know, 3? With, the other guy, and we're talking about what makes the human body, and she was like soul, and the other guy was like, no, there is no such thing as a soul. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing her. I don't know. I've watched that episode like 3 weeks ago, so I'm not completely sure. I don't know. Is it the same person? Wow. So I'm guessing home. Wow, I want that for myself. Gray Matter Technologies. That looks like a really old book. I love books. Oh my god, this place is just really, really beautiful. You know, it's the dream, having a library.
This is the white in gray matter. Tell them, Walt.
Oh, okay. Well, back when Elliot and I were in grad school, we came up with a name. Schwartz, black, Walter, white. So together
really?
they became Gray Matter Technologies.
So you run the company with Elliot?
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No, that's Gretchen and Elliot.
Yeah. I gravitated toward education.
Really?
What university?
Oh, wow. It's a Stratocaster.
So what happened there?
That's one
If
of
the
class.
idea for the company was, you know, theirs?
To Elliot, sorry about the buckle.
I am sensing a story behind that.
This is what Walt and I lived on for 10 months straight while we were working on our thesis.
Well,
Sold them
he
down at
remembers.
Ralph Stowe's in the hardware aisle,
It's a nice
right
story.
next to the what was it?
Sterno.
The
and there's-
Sterno.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 for $1.99.
To this day, I am convinced these noodles were responsible for our success. This was our lifeblood. Man, where'd you find these? I thought they'd been outlawed years ago. I love it. Thank you, Walt.
Well, you know, it's the gesture that matters.
For the man who has everything.
Yes, Walt.
Yeah. Me
I'm
too.
guessing that
Listen,
They
we
aren't
ought to
that
get
close
together more
anymore?
often. You know, Skylar and I would love to have you and Gretchen over for dinner sometime.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. But you know what I mean is that you and I should work together again.
oh, really? What happened the first time?
What are you going to teach high school?
No, seriously. What's stopping us?
Well, I don't know.
Wait a minute, Elliot.
I don't know the story.
Are you asking me to come work for you at Gray Matter?
Yeah, why not? You'd fit right in. You're brilliant. You got a ton of experience.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
wouldn't really know where to begin. I mean, God, you have no idea. I spend my days just drawing out atoms on the chalkboard and trying to get these kids.
We can help you. We have excellent health insurance. The best.
I think Skylar told him about the cancer. I think she's trying to help. I'm not really sure if he's going to be receptive for help because he hasn't really been. Yeah, no, I don't think that he's.
Hey, did you try those prosciutto wrapped figs? They were like, wow, they were. I don't have the best poker face these days where
Yeah, I
that's
think
concerned.
that she
He knew
needs to
something was
bend.
wrong with you, and he pressed me.
He pressed you. Come on.
Walt, when it came right down to it, I didn't know what else to do but tell him the truth.
True. Well, how about you
Well-
just said he's fine, huh?
It seems like he really cares about him. Like,
You think maybe you could just
I'm a
have said
former
that
friend.
he's fine and then it would have been done?
I don't like the way you're talking to me.
I don't like the way you talk about my private affairs. Oh. To people who are not even in our lives anymore.
What exactly did he say to you?
He offered me a job.
What?
Yes. Kind of like...
okay, so of course I think that I don't know what happened. I don't know why they are not working together anymore because it seems like they founded the company together, right? I don't know what happened there. I'm not really sure what it is, but he seems like Elliot, was it? He seems like a really nice guy. He seems like he still cares about him. And you know, it's one of those things where you have friendships that you were like really close to, and then something happens. I don't know, it doesn't even have to be something happened. It can just be, you know, time and life and distance and a lot of stuff, and you grow apart, but you still care about the person, and you could do what you could do for that person's sake because you still hold them still hold them close to your heart, even when they are not your closest friend anymore. I just think that that's how humans work. So I think that this guy is really nice. He's trying to help, but I think that I understand why Walt is feeling this way, like, you know, being mad, because maybe it's a combination of factors. I don't know. Maybe it's because I think that he would want to go work with him. I think that he would be great in that kind of position. But of course, it's like when you are so passionate about something and you want your worth to be recognized, but you want to do it like because you're worthy and because you know things and because you put so much effort into this thing. And when someone offers you what maybe you've been dreaming of, a dream opportunity, and you sense that it's because of charity. I'm not saying that if it's charity, I'm not saying if it's not. Maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe he wants to help Walt the best way that he can, and he would also want to have, you know, a redo of their friendship, of their partnership. Maybe it's a combination of both. But I understand that for Walt's perspective, you can't really, like, you're just going to lose so much face if you accept that offer. And I am quite prideful myself, so I understand that. I understand not wanting to accept charity just because, you know, it just goes against something primal in you. So I really understand it. And I mean, like, we as the audience can see that that is not the best course of action, because at that point where you are like so ill that you need good health insurance, you need the best opportunity for you and for your family. I mean, like, of course, in a perfect world, you should be able to say to hell with everything and just seize the opportunities as they appear. But the world is not as easy, it's not as black and white as that. So I really understand why Walt doesn't want charity, or what he perceives to be charity. I'm not going to talk about if it is charity or if it's not charity. That is not a problem. I don't think that Elliot is doing it out of some malicious intent. I think that he's genuinely trying to be nice. I think that he's genuinely trying to help as best as he can, but it comes off that way. And I think that Skylar is right now in a position of a lot of vulnerability and a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff is happening in her life as well. Because yeah, you can argue that this is Walt's personal information, medical information, and there are a lot of people that are not comfortable sharing that information even with their closest person. And I think that Walt falls into that category, because I don't think that he necessarily wants anyone that is not needed to know that kind of information. And he doesn't seem to think about, I mean, like, of course it shows that he cares for Elliot and that he cares for all that he did, but they are not close anymore. So from his perspective, it is not her information to give. And I kind of agree with that in some degree, but Skylar is also going through this, because if Walt dies, then she has to deal with a lot of stuff on her own. And I am aware that, I mean, like, I know that Walt is aware of that, and he's trying his best to make it as easy for Skylar as possible. You know, trying to make money, even when, you know, it was not the nicest things. But Skylar, like, it's in a position where it would just make sense for her to talk about her problems, her personal problems with someone who asks, because she is dealing with a lot of stress right now. She is dealing with a husband that's dying, with a baby that's been born, with a son that has special needs in some degree. I'm not really sure if that is the correct word to use, but you know that. And she's facing the possibility that she will have to deal with all of this without her husband. Even when it seems like she has a pretty helpful family, it just makes sense that when you're given the opportunity, you unload about those things. So I'm not really going to blame her either. I don't like that Walt treats her like he's treating her, but I understand where he's coming from. I understand how frustrating it must be for him, how humiliating it must be, how you're like, well, that was not information for you to say. Because I really understand it. There are just some things about my life that I just don't like to broadcast in public, and there are some times where some friends or my brother or my mom just say it like that in casual conversation, and now I am left to deal with, the unfold of the conversation that's going to happen with all of those things that I just don't really like to discuss with not close people, like not the closest people to me. So I really understand it. It can be really frustrating, and I can only imagine with that kind of sensible information that he's just coming to terms with. And to be presented with this opportunity that's everything you want, but you feel it as charity. That has to be so draining, so infuriating. So yeah, everyone is dealing the way that they can.
Are these bullet holes?
Oh yeah.
No, man, those are for like, ventilation.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Ooh, nice setup, huh? Man.
This is nothing, man. I used to have like twice as much glassware. My dumbass ex-partner drove us into a ditch and wrecked most of it.
Well,
Big ass beaker, huh?
Hey, wait, no, that's a boiling glass.
oh, so you
This
learned
is a
something, babe.
beaker. Here's a Griffin beaker. Here's a volumetric beaker.
Hey, he's learning.
Here's an Erlenmeyer flask.
Wow, he's really learning.
Really know your shit.
It's just basic chemistry, yo. So, you got something for me?
How the tables turn, huh? Being Jessie, being all serious and, with his stuff, you're missing Walt, huh? And now you know how Walt felt. I love to see this, character development in a weird way.
Hey.
So proud of you, babe. Yeah, I don't think that this partnership is going to work. But I love to see Jessie being the mature one. Oh my god, it's not every day you get to see Jessie being the mature adult one. This process is really lasts a long time.
We're wondering if you could do us a favor and buy us a six-pack.
Alcohol.
You know, what you're asking is illegal.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Guess you win the jackpot. This is not how I wanted to spend my night off. Consider this your first and last warning.
Yes, sir.
You're lucky you got a good dad here.
I hope he doesn't get in much trouble. Hi, babe. So, okay. Sorry, I know that I'm pausing a lot, but okay. I love Hank. He seems to be like, you know, there for when you need it. I think that he is that kind of cool uncle. I really like him and I really appreciate him, but damn. So, okay. They just to summarize, Marie and Hank already think that Junior is on pot, right? And that is not great for their standards. And now he's getting in problems because he tried to buy alcohol. This is not looking great. This is not looking great. Also, how old is Junior supposed to be? He's still in high school, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in high school, so... Yeah, no, I guess that because I live in Mexico, I know how things are in the United States and some other countries. I remember that I was like 15 years old when I had this trip overseas to England with, you know, just the school, and I remember that they told us that we could not buy anywhere alcohol because they had some pretty heavy regulations about that, and us being minors, and if we bought and got caught any type of alcohol, we could be like sent back before the trip was over. So I really remember that vividly because, like, I don't know, we couldn't get anything. And I think that just in other countries like Mexico, for example, I'm not really sure if it works the same with every Latin American country, but at least on Mexico it works like that. Like, I mean, like, I don't want to say since we're very young, but usually you get your first beer taste or alcohol drink taste when you're with family, usually. I don't know, maybe at 13, 14 years old, when you like start getting curious about how it tastes. It really depends on family to family, but I guess that I was like 15, 14 when I just had like this taste. And then, but by the time that you're in high school, no one expects you not to drink. Like, they only say to you, well, you know your limits, you should drink home first so you can, you know, get used to alcohol and know how you're reacting to it, and, you know your limits so you don't really get super drunk because it's dangerous. And I think that in most families it works like that. Like, when you're 15, 16, you're just expected, well, not expected, but it's not a big deal if you actually drink because they know that it happens. Of course, you have to be at least 18 to not be on trouble if you buy. Like, technically, if you buy, but at least where I live, it just doesn't really matter. You could go to the store, and if you look like an old enough teenager, no one is going to say anything to you because, like, they just know that teenagers are going to be teenagers, and if there is a party, there's going to be alcohol. So just know your limits, and I think that is better than to expect your children, your teenagers, not to drink anything, because that is not realistic. That is just not how teens work. So I just find it really interesting and fun that it works like that on United States. I just think that it works really funnily. I know of other cultures, like I think French culture, where you are like kids, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, At least that's what I've heard. And like they are already sipping on wine. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, they drink so much. No. Like they are sipping on wine, having, you know, a little bit of tastes here and there. And yeah, I think that is closer to what Mexican culture is like. So I don't know. I just always found it weird that they condemned so much teens drinking when, you know, it's just really normal. Like I don't know, I just feel like it should be, it could be more like realistic to just teach your children about alcohol and about their own limits and about how to act when you are drinking alcohol and when to stop, and about peer pressure and just general stuff like that. I don't know, I just find it so fun that everyone is just scandalized because this high schooler is going to drink. And it's not even like he's going to drink vodka or tequila or rum or something. Like, he was just going for beers. I just really find it so fun. But oh my god, I just feel so bad for Junior because, oh my god. And it's just really normal that he wants to explore that part of his life. So I really want to see how Hank is going to handle this, because I've seen some shows where adults don't really, you know, manage these situations well. But I trust in Hank. He seems to be like the cool uncle, so...
Got a good dad here.
So...
The other guys had to run.
It's
I could talk my
the
way out of
disappointment for me, like...
Cool, man. Not cool. What? You never tried to buy beer when you were my age?
I'll talk about you calling me and not your father.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Hank, you know. Hank. I love him. I love him so much.
I don't even know what to say to you. I'll deal with you later.
Cool uncle. I'm just saying.
Where's Will?
I haven't seen him since this morning. Your guess is as good as mine.
Listen, do me a favor, all right? Don't tell him about the kid. Just a teenager trying to score some beer.
Yeah, like, it's not a big deal, really.
You know.
Genius, bro. This Kangenstein is unreal. When we get back, I'm gonna burn that dollar bill suit because we're gonna make some mad dough.
Are you not happy, babe? But it's something. It's an improvement, babe.
It's cloudy. It's not supposed to be cloudy, okay? That last time it was glass.
So what? Cloudy, not cloudy? It looks good enough to me.
But now he has some major standards. Babe, don't throw it. Don't throw it. You can still sell that. You can still sell it. You can still sell it. Honey.
Ah! Are you out of your mind? I totally would have smoked that.
Look, it's not for you. It's for our customers. They're gonna demand a certain standard.
What? What are you?
I love this, Jessie.
What?
How the tables have turned.
How we get it right?
Well, you know what? I am all about this determination and perseverance. She said as she was talking about making drugs. We're not going to dwell too much into that. But I love that change of attitude. Like, go Jessie.
Stupid sign! Get off me, psycho!
I mean, like, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. This partnership is not going to work. Oh, what was that? I mean, like, I understand. I could be mad as well if he just kept, you know, if he just kept throwing shit away. Like, yeah, I understand that. Oh my god. Babe, go. Babe, go. Go, 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 go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what I would say is that.
Take the talking pillow.
All right, look, buddy. I know I don't get to tell you this enough, but I care about you.
It shows.
Hell of a lot, man. This cancer thing. Let's face it. You know, you were dealt a shit hand, but sometimes your luck can change. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I was, you know, I started with a shit hand, and I ended up with a, you know, a full house. Right? I mean, the key is you gotta hang in there, man. You gotta keep placing your bets. Keep placing your bets. Oh.
Hank, what the hell? You let it all out.
This is bullshit.
Hey, come on.
It's all right. Talk. Tell your dad how you feel.
I'm pissed off.
Tell him.
I'm pissed off. Cause you're being. You're a pussy. You're like
okay.
Ready to give up.
Me, personally, I think you should do whatever you want to do.
What?
You told us to be honest about our feelings. Walt's the one with cancer. It's his decision. It's not up to any of us. Why?
Fair enough.
How would you do this? Hey!
She has her own decisions,
I wasn't planning on agreeing with Walt.
No,
After
it's
sitting
fine.
here and listening to you all talk about his future like he has no say in it, I just
not
think
gonna
that
have a future if he doesn't get treatment.
I am a medical professional.
Really?
I x-ray people in treatment every
That's
day.
fair.
I see them every day. And you know what? Some of them are absolutely miserable.
Marie.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry, but it's true.
And some
Yeah.
of them don't want to spend their last weeks or months being picked at by doctors.
Okay.
My entire life. It just seems I never, you know, had a real say about any of it.
It's normal
Well,
to
this
feel that
last
way.
one, cancer.
Do you want to be your choice?
All I have left is how I choose to approach this.
Then make the right choice, Walt. You're not the only one it affects. What about your son? Don't you want to see your daughter grow up? I just...
Yeah, but at the
course I
same
do.
time, he's the one with the cancer, so he
Skylar,
gets to make the choice.
Read the statistics. You around, too tired to get up. And so nauseated that I can't even move my head. You cleaning up after me. And me, what some dead man, some artificially alive, just marking time? No, no. And that's... All right.
What?
I'll do the treatment.
not even doing it for himself. Not really. Oh god, that got me. What happened with the company? Apparently with him and her, with him and him, with I just need. He's going to Jessie. I think that is his house. I could be wrong. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. You're back in business, babe. You know, you have a better partner.
Yeah.
Just, you know, treat him better this time.
Wanna cook?
Wow. Ooh. Just wow. I love this episode. It was again a roller coaster of emotions. I actually cried. I think that this is new. I don't think that I've cried in this show yet. So it was about damn time that it happened. I am a big crybaby. Oh god, this episode was excellent.